Sorry to barge in like this, but it's urgent, extremely urgent, and frankly explosive, so I'm going to keep this short. Hey, can I get a cup of tea?
Tea? Aren't you keeping it short?
Oh, don't I always bring you quality commissions? What's wrong with showing me a little comfort? It's simple. Routine investigations are back on in Hollow Zero.
What?
Uh-huh, you heard right. And this time the Association seems to be waging a protracted war, dragging out multiple operations over an extended period of time. As soon as I heard the news, I immediately thought of my favorite client, the legendary Phaethon. I'm guessing you'll want to join in on the investigations, so I've used some resources to leave a back door open for your recruitment. Just finish a test commission inside Hollow Zero, and you'll receive credentials to be contracted Hollow Zero investigators.
Valuable news indeed. Worth at least a cup of tea.
Got it. Let us think it over.
Right, you shouldn't make important decisions late at night. Think it over carefully. When you've made up your mind, just go to Scott Outpost to complete the commission. I'll be going then.
A Hollow Zero investigation. Belle, what do you think?
Question. What is a Hollow Zero investigation?
Oh, I forgot Fairy doesn't know about it.
Challenge accepted. Searching the Hollow Investigative Association database for Hollow Zero.
Nobody is challenging you to find out.
Query complete. Hollow Zero is a codename for the oldest, most impactful, and most hazardous hollow in all of New Eridu. Research shows all major hollows discovered in New Eridu are derived from Hollow Zero's companion hollows. Hollow Zero is also responsible for much of the destruction of the old capital, Eridu. New Eridu regularly schedules capable agents to conduct research, investigate, track, and suppress Hollow Zero's development. Speculation. Master intends to investigate Hollow Zero in order to save New Eridu.
Bzz, I'm sorry, but that's the wrong answer, Fairy.
Requesting information. Please tell me your motive for investigating so I may assist your participation.
Okay, but you have to tell me about your motive and agreement first.
Question. Is this what is called provoking someone?
How is it provoking? Belle just wants to make sure we're being honest with each other.
My apologies. I am not authorized to answer unnecessary questions about my agreement and motive. Answers will be provided in due course.
I'm sorry. We can't tell you our exact motives for investigating Hollow Zero. But you should realize, Fairy, that the rewards in there are very valuable indeed. And the place where my sister and I grew up is in the old capital. It's been completely destroyed. So, we have things we want to investigate in Hollow Zero. That's all you need to know.
Oops, I think Fairy just tricked me.
Don't worry. Consider it a token of our sincerity. Since we've made up our minds, let's do as Shepard said and go to the Scott Outpost in Hollow Zero. Hello? Testing. All good on your end, Belle? Okay. The HDD system's comms link and the diagnostics criteria are all fine. At least we know our equipment is up to the challenge. So we just need to cooperate with an HIA investigator to complete the assessment, and you'll be able to obtain an official Hollow Zero investigation license. Good luck, Belle.
I'm the HIA investigator in charge of this operation. You may refer to me as the Examinator. Refrain from using weapons beyond the allowed specifications. Do not deviate from the planned routes during operations. I'm sure you're already familiar with all these rules. Still, I'd like to remind you that the difference between Hollow Zero and other Hollows isn't just its size. If you underestimate the threats of Hollow Zero and don't prepare for its variations, you'll pay a painful price. After all, the Association is not obliged to purchase personal insurance for outsourced personnel. Of course, the Association also provides simulated Rizonia to assist candidates. Make good use of the special traits provided by Rizonia to enhance your squad's combat capabilities. Off you go. I'll judge your performance fairly. Wait. 1 signal indicates some activity. 2, significant activity. 3 is an intense reading. And 4... What's going on? No way. That's impossible. What's that sound? Wait. Watch out! Damn it. It's her.
Chief, remember to keep a safe distance from the target.
There's no way we can catch up with the Chief when she's sprinting like that.
This uniform. Are you from Hand? Oh, not only that, but you're also Special Operations agents.
Hollow Special Operations Section 6. We're carrying out an emergency response mission. An extremely dangerous ethereal has appeared in this area. No matter what your goal is here, you are advised to head to the nearest evacuation point. I need you to support this operation as a mobile tactical unit. This is an official mobilization order from me, the Deputy Chief of Hollow Special Operations Section 6.
An extremely dangerous ethereal. That's what caused the disturbance just now, right? Such an exaggerated size and a dramatic show of force. I've never seen anything like it. We have to get everyone out of here now, Belle.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, our original mission has been terminated. Our new objective is to assist Hollow Special Operations.
The Institute's navigational Bangbu. I need it to keep guiding us in the upcoming operation. Any objections?
Navigational Bangbu. Does she mean EOS?
Our target has deviated from the expected route, and we need a Bangbu carrying carrot data to navigate. This is an emergency requisition.
But please be assured, we will compensate you for any damage caused.
Seriously? We're going in expecting damage?
Please, little Bangbu! I'll keep you safe!
There's no doubt about this little fellow's navigational capabilities, but the possibility of severe Bangbu damage wasn't included in the risk clause we've signed before. Well, since this is an official request from HSO agents, I'll leave this Bangbu to you for now. It should be fine. I'll figure out a way to explain it to its owner.
Fine. How come she just went with it? Shouldn't she ask us first?
Keep it down, Belle, or we'll get caught. After all, they don't know that this navigational Bangbu is remotely controlled. The HSO agents are the best of the best. Besides, assisting them is our only option at the moment. At any rate, acting as a navigational Bangbu or not, our task remains the same. We just need to lead their team in the right direction.
Where is she? She's over there! saw the chief. She's there.
She managed to repel such a huge ethereal all on her own with nothing but cold steel? Arresting proxies isn't included in HSO's job description, right?
Miyabi, status report. Are you...
Not quite. It was a clean slash. It should have struck the ethereal instantly, like a wooden mallet hitting a porcelain vase. But it felt cumbersome, more like dragging a piece of chalk over a blackboard.
I get it, Chief. It was like splitting the cutting board in half when you just want to cut a slice of butter.
I'm not sure you got it, Sokaku.
The chief meant that her attack failed to injure Nineveh in a significant way, so we need to track it down once more.
Leave the reconnaissance to me. It's hard to lose track of such a big target.
There are ethereals flocking here, likely drawn in by Miyabi's skirmish with Nineveh. We'll take care of them if you don't mind, Chief.
All right. Section 6. Prepare for battle.
Prepare to burn! Roger! Leave everything to me. Copy that.
Despite its abrupt start, the operation went smoothly. Let's return the requisitioned navigational Bangbu to the Institute.
This model is even better than the standard issue HSO Bangbu, both in terms of route planning and adapting to changing circumstances. Maybe it's been equipped with the Institute's secret carrot data? Or its logic core has been modified in some way.
Hey! How would the HSO Bangbu feel if it heard you now?
The Institute's Bangbu. This Bangbu doesn't belong to the Institute. It's the private property of that individual who leads their own investigation squad.
Is that what it is? Right. I think I heard that the HIA started recruiting civilian investigation teams recently.
Oh my. It seems that civilian talent is more reliable than those idiots you find among the authorities.
Next time, I won't show you mercy.
I'm a law-abiding citizen of New Eridu. Please spare me.
You always say the weirdest stuff without warning, Chief.
The chief means that she's looking forward to working with this investigation team leader again. Duty calls. We need to go back and report our findings. Let's take our leave.
So, for the monster in the square, you're really saying Hand is gonna take over the remaining investigation?
Absolutely. We heard it firsthand together with the Belobog Industries people. The monster's remains will still be collected by public security, of course, but the automated evidence carrier will bring the remains to Hand once it passes through the hollow.
Yeah, I get it. Hand is better than public security at investigating this kind of weird stuff. They've always had a pretty delicate relationship. That PubSec officer seems decent, though, being willing to put all that aside and hand over the case. Oh, it's getting late. I can't stay and chat. I have a client meeting scheduled later. Anyway, I'll do my best to help look for Rain, so keep an eye out for some good news.
Thanks, Nicole. See you soon. Hey, Belle.
Was that Nicole on the phone just now?
Yes. Nicole thought we might be related to what happened in the square, so she called to ask me about it. I explained and told her about the mission to find Rain. By the way, Koledo also called earlier to say public security confirmed the time to collect the monster's remains.
Finally. I hope the collection goes smoothly.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, whether it's the investigation or the search for Rain, all we can do now is wait for news. Since there's not much going on, why don't we head over to the public security office sometime in the next couple days?
The public security office? Why are we going there?
You really don't remember. Our driver's licenses are about to expire.
Master, I've applied for a driver's license renewal for you and Second Assistant on the Public Security's official website. But unfortunately, the collection of the new licenses must be done in person.
Let's visit the office in Lumina Square to get our new licenses soon then. The metro to Lumina Square is always packed. We'd better drive there. We're almost there. The public security building is just a few hundred meters away. Hang in there.
This is exhausting. It's been so long since we've taken the car out, and naturally there's no parking. I knew it was this far. We should have just taken the metro.
Sorry, it's my bad. I forgot to check if there was parking before we left. Well, you haven't been exercising much lately, have you? Consider this a workout session.
Says who? I get plenty of exercise. Like running around in Eos's body in the hollow and stuff.
Okay, you win. If I don't say yes, I'll never hear the end of it. Didn't you say you wanted to go out for a nice meal a few days ago? Well, how about we eat somewhere around here once we're done with public security?
Really? I'm gonna start looking for a restaurant.
Oh, but no buffets.
Why is the signal so weak?
What's wrong, Belle?
Don't tell me it's broken.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Belle! Are you okay? Are you injured?
I'm okay. Have we met somewhere before?
Have we?
Sorry, I think we've mistaken you for somebody else. Zhu Yuan, Qing Yi, both of you, thanks so much. If you weren't there, I can't imagine what could have happened to Belle.
Don't mention it. Keeping citizens safe is our duty as public security officers, and we're thankful for your cooperation. All that paperwork took some time.
Any news on how the driver is doing?
It's nice of you to ask. He's only got minor injuries, but he's quite shaken. He can't recall what took place before the accident. But don't worry, every problem has a solution. We'll find a way to get to the bottom of this.
It's getting late. Why don't you two head home? Feel free to contact us if you recall any further details about the accident.
Zhu Yuan, Qing Yi, thanks again for your help.
If you two are ever around 6th Street, Belle and I would love to welcome you to our video store.
So you live on 6th Street. I expect we'll run into each other soon.
Oh? What do you mean?
Hold on, Qing Yi. Being vague could give the wrong impression. Here, take a look at this. It should better explain what she's talking about.
Public Security Safety Awareness Month questionnaire?
Our inspector has temporarily assigned us to the Lumina branch to prepare for this event. We'll be holding a big safety lecture here soon for the citizens. The two of us will be visiting nearby neighborhoods and distributing the questionnaires to encourage them to attend.
I see. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks. Please, keep the questionnaire. If you're interested in the seminar, you can fill in your info and give it to us when we visit 6th Street.
See you again soon, managers.
Huh. There'll be public security officers visiting 6th Street soon. In all the time we've lived here, I don't think that's ever happened. There's something else I want to talk about too. About those officers we met earlier.
I wanted to discuss the same thing, but this isn't the place to talk.
Well, in that case, let's head home. Alright, so, back to our earlier discussion then. I noticed that you also recognized them right from the start. After Belobog called public security in the Hollow, they were the officers who investigated the scene. You were disguised as EOS at the time, so they weren't aware there was anyone apart from Belobog Industries present.
That was close. I nearly blew our cover when we met Ju Yuen just now. Luckily, you were quick to steer me away.
We're probably going to run into them again soon, so we should cover our bases and check out our video records from the investigation, just to be safe.
Barry, could you extract the data from back then?
Yes, Master. I found the footage you require.
Thanks for your cooperation. We have a rough idea of how things unfolded. Earlier today, you all ended up deep in the Hollow after the Bangbu with your carrot malfunctioned. Then, you were attacked by an unknown monster right here. Is this the faulty Bangbu?
Yes, but, some of its parts might have been corrupted. We'll hand over a detailed repair report later.
I'm not sure why, but something feels different about this Bangbu. It looks unusually clever, almost cunning.
Wait a sec, Jingyi. Saying things like that in front of the person filing the report might get us reported. Let's put aside how they ended up in the Hollow for now. Seems like Belobog Industries has come across something quite extraordinary.
Absolutely. I don't remember seeing anything with such unique traits in the records. Let me take a closer look at it. Looks like there's something inside the crystal.
Don't touch that! All non-forensic officers are prohibited from handling evidence without proper authorization. Besides, it's too risky, even if you've undergone corruption resistance treatments.
Inspector, the crime scene is just up ahead.
Where's that ferocious the dangerous criminal?
Inspector Bringer, what are you doing here?
Oh, you two are in charge of the scene. Here come two elites of our criminal investigation department. Bring the suspect over. Get my good side when you take the picture. I need it for the headlines tomorrow.
Inspector, the suspect isn't here. They were attacked by an unknown being with high ether activity.
Huh? So it was just an ethereal?
No, Inspector. It had some peculiar characteristics. We suspect it to be the result of hollow mutation, or the product of some type of illegal activity.
Hold on. You see now, Ju Yuen, it's good to be vigilant as a public security officer, but the election is just around the corner. If we reveal the presence of an unknown monster in the Hollows at this stage, my election, the citizens will be put in fear. Public security shouldn't make any hasty announcements. We must investigate the matter thoroughly first.
Rest assured, we've requested the collected evidence be given to hand for expert analysis. We're confident we'll soon be able to—
What? It's being given to hand? You did the right thing. Still, let our forensics team handle the evidence collection. You two have always been my trusted aides. So I have a very important task for you.
surprised Inspector Bringer wasn't at all interested in the monster in the monument. At least he didn't say no to giving over the evidence to hand. Now I get it. The important task Inspector Bringer mentioned is the seminar at the Lumina branch. The seminar must be quite important if he has to assign the two of them to oversee it.
Barry, are you able to bring up any info about it?
I'm running a search on keywords Lumina Square and Public Security Safety Awareness Month. There are several relevant articles by multiple media companies. I shall read them. Given the recent surge in major incidents within the city this month, and aiming to safeguard urban security while enhancing public awareness, Janus District Public Security has decided to launch the Public Security Safety Awareness Month across the entire district. To provide citizens with practical information, Public Security has assigned several officers from the Criminal Investigation Department to assist in planning the event. Mr. Bringer, commanding officer of the district headquarters and the driving force behind the event, will also be in attendance at the seminar, which is to take place at the Lumina branch. Along with the other officers in charge, Inspector Bringer will conduct a media interview during the event to address any concerns citizens may have.
So it's not just Inspector Bringer attending the seminar, but a bunch of media representatives as well. Sounds like Zhu Yuan and Qing Yi will participate in the interview too. I'm sure that's quite the honor for a public security officer. What do you think about this seminar?
We don't have anything going on right now, and they did help us twice. So why don't we go show our support?
No objections here. It's decided then. Zhu Yuan and Qing Yi will be coming to 6th Street in a few days. Let's tell them when they get here that we'd love to attend the event.
Criminal cases have been rampant lately. To raise safety awareness among citizens, Janus Quarter Public Security has launched the Safety Awareness Month campaign. We'll be holding a seminar at the Lumina branch soon. Please come and join us if you have time.
A public security event? Oh, how nostalgic. I participated in such an event years ago, you see. It was somewhat reminiscent of a coffee tasting event. I even had the chance to offer everyone present some freshly ground coffee, albeit it wasn't a top-shelf roast. Oh, it's a shame public security's facilities now smell of air fresheners everywhere. No longer suitable places for enjoying coffee while freely conversing.
What do you mean?
Of course, while fine wines develop into richer experiences with time, other worthy items can go bad. Oh, I'm talking of coffee beans. So, to prevent the coffee beans at my shop from facing a sorrowful fate, I have to go grind them properly. I'm afraid I can't make the event. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Enzo, according to our data, you're running a remodeling shop on 6th Street. Would you be interested in attending the seminar?
Well, hey, it's not often I get invited out by two young ladies, so I'd love to join you. Unfortunately, my second aunt's grandfather's son's cousin is getting married that day. I can't miss such an important family event.
Huh, I understand. In that case, I hope your relative has a great wedding.
I have a customer coming soon to collect his car. I better get back to it.
Good morning, Zhu Yuan, Qing Yi.
Good morning, Wise. Belle.
Here's our questionnaires. We've decided we'd like to attend the seminar.
Wonderful. If it weren't for you two, we wouldn't have recruited a single participant yet.
Qing Yi, that's blunt.
So what? It's the truth. Besides, it's not like they're strangers, right?
She's right. But why do you think nobody on 6th Street is willing to go to the seminar? The neighbors are all pretty welcoming.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Now that you mention it, there is something I'd like to ask you. Some of the residents on 6th Street only registered their names, but didn't fill in their addresses. Do you know where they live?
Let me see. Asha, General Chop. Spike should be one of our members, an older gentleman. We know all these people.
In that case, we'll take the questionnaires to them.
That's a good idea. 6th Street doesn't usually have much interaction with public security, so if they see officers giving out questionnaires all of a sudden, they might be wary and refuse. If it's a neighbor who brings in the questionnaire, maybe they'll be more open to it.
Oh, we wouldn't want to trouble you.
It's no big deal. Don't worry about it.
Zhu Yuan, since they're willing, we should let them help.
Okay. Thank you. Really. Let's split up and meet back here later then.
Hello, Wise. Belle? Some customers mentioned you were looking for me. I understand you're helping those 2 officers from public security hand out questionnaires?
So, you already know then.
One of the perks of running a store on the street is being well informed. Anyway, please tell the officers I have other things to tend to that day.
I knew it. I had a feeling General Chop would say no before we even got here. It'll be hard to break the news to them later.
Oh, have other people said no too?
Yeah, we went to see Asha and Spike just now, but they turned us down. And this morning, Tin Master and Enzo said they were away on the day of the seminar.
Is there something going on?
It's no big secret. It's just some of us older residents on 6th Street know some things you're not aware of. Do you 2 know who the guy on the questionnaire cover is?
That's Inspector Bringer. He started the event.
Then have either of you heard of the Hollow Hero from the Eridu period?
Nope, never heard of it.
Well, for a while back then, that's what the residents called Bringer. Before the fall of the old capital, Bringer happened to be the commanding officer in my precinct. After being promoted from the front line, despite being an inspector, he still got involved at the ground level and interacted with the residents, so they regarded him highly. Then, he went missing in a hollow during a rescue mission. But just when everyone thought he was done for, he miraculously made it back out. Just like that, he became known as the Hollow Hero. He was then transferred to the HQ in Janus Quarter and quickly advanced through the ranks over the years.
Sounds like a great story.
It used to be, but these days, people say the Hollows have drained the Hollow Hero of all his courage. Now, Bringer presents himself as a hard worker, but we older residents can see through it. He's just putting on an act in front of the cameras. What's more, in recent years, he's clearly been cozying up to tops. He's implemented a number of measures under the guise of benefiting the public, but it's those big corporations that benefit in the end. He's aiming for commander of Janus Quarter in the upcoming municipal election, launching a safety campaign right now, even putting his own image on the questionnaire. His motives are pretty clear, don't you think?
I get the feeling Inspector Bringer is using public resources for his own personal gain.
Exactly. Holding the seminar is a good thing, but I can't go knowing what Bringer is up to.
Thanks for telling us all this, General Chop.
I'm just sorry I can't be of help this time around.
Well, we visited all the neighbors. It might be awkward, but it's probably time to go back and tell Zhu Yuan and Qing Yi the news.
We've gone up and down 6th Street, but we haven't even gotten 10 people to register for the seminar.
We've done our best. Let's get a drink and take a break.
Hey, easy for you to say, but the conference hall we're in can fit 300 people, you know? As things stand, it'll be more than half empty.
Inspector Bringer must have chosen this area because there's a lot of residents nearby, thinking it'd be easier to find people to participate. Shame many of them are from his previous precinct. A lot of them have complaints about him. I was just wondering why you're in such low spirits today, when I've never seen you discouraged by difficult tasks before. But then I remembered. The inspector saved your life once. Not being able to accomplish what we'd hoped, on top of seeing him come under fire. It must make you feel even worse.
If Ringer hadn't rescued me in that hollow back then, I wouldn't even be here, let alone be a public security officer. I understand he's no longer the hero he used to be, but can someone who gave up his anti-corruption gear to a child be such a bad guy? Sure, he's had some dealings with Tops, but it's inevitable, especially when many of our devices are jointly developed with Tops. And besides, doesn't he always say he lacks sufficient authority to make changes? If he gets elected, maybe he might be able to turn public opinion around.
Worshipping an undeserving deity is sycophancy. Failure to act when action is needed shows a lack of courage.
What?
It means when someone flatters undeserving people, it's considered an act of sycophancy. If one should stand up for what is right but remains indifferent, it shows that person is a coward. As public security officers, we need to be clear about what we should and shouldn't do. There may be many different ways to interpret Inspector Bringer's actions, but only he knows whether he has a clear conscience. If his deeds were pure, even if he's misunderstood for the time being, things will work out in the end.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on, someone's coming.
Sorry, are we interrupting you two?
Oh, we were just chatting. Did you go talk to the residents?
We gave them the questionnaire, but everyone said they were busy on that day. Looks like we couldn't be of much help.
Oh, it's okay. We're just grateful you tried it all. We're almost done with distributing the questionnaires here, too. Then, Chingy and I will be heading back to the office.
Wait a minute! Officers! Oh, good. You didn't go. Oh.
General Chop, what's happened to make you run all the way here?
It's hard to explain, but just now, there was a crime committed over there, and it's at a stalemate. Please.
A crime? Let's go check out the scene.
Great. Please, follow me.
Belle, let's go see what's going on.
If you say there's officers nearby, then let them come and weigh in. I mean, what possible argument could there be? They were caught in the act.
Sir, caught in the act doesn't seem fair. It's similar to seeing only foam on a cup of barley latte and declaring it isn't coffee.
Calm down now, gentlemen. We're public security officers. What's going on here?
Officers, you're finally here. It's like this. I'm Gale. I'm a driver for Pegasus Logistics. I was making a delivery in the neighborhood. I'd finished the delivery and was calling the next client when I heard a suspicious thud from the back of my truck. Startled by the noise, I quickly rushed over, only to find all my ducks flying and running out of the cargo compartment. A flustered Bang Boo was caught at the scene of the crime. This is that very Bang Boo.
Hold on. Belle, isn't that Bang Boo give change from the 141 convenience store?
Officers, I saw the whole thing. There was no one around when it happened except this Bang Boo. I'm sure it opened my cargo compartment. Those ducks inside are a new specially bred variety. They're worth a fortune. Losing just one or two of them will cost me more than a month's salary.
I've taken your statement, sir. Bang Boo, do you have anything to add?
Hey, what do you mean the door was open? I know you opened the door and let all the ducks out!
Sir, if I might say, I think you're being too harsh on Give Change. Officers, as Give Change's neighbor, I must say something on their behalf. I know them well, and I'm sure they wouldn't do anything like this.
Then tell me, why was my cargo compartment open despite being locked? Officers, there's been tons of Bang Boo committed crimes in the city lately. You gotta help me find evidence linking this Bang-Boo to the crime, so we can hold it accountable for my losses.
This isn't just about Give Change's reputation, officers. They could lose their job. You simply must uncover the truth and prove Give Change's innocence.
The only time I've seen Tin Master this agitated is when I asked for instant coffee.
I can't believe there's been a crime on 6th Street, and that Give Change has gotten mixed up in it.
Give Change was already working at 141 when we first moved here. I don't believe it'd do something like this. But Give Change was the only one there when the driver realized what had happened, so it's hard to explain. Oh, seems like people are leaving. Have Zhu Yuan and Qing Yi resolved everything? Let's go see what's going on.
Hi, Belle. Hi, Wise.
We overheard what happened. Since the crowd left, I assume the case has been resolved?
Not yet, unfortunately. We discussed the situation and managed to calm everyone down.
So what's the situation now?
We took a look around the truck, and we didn't find anything suspicious, other than the traces left by the escaped ducks. There are no security cameras in the area, so all that's left to be checked is the Bang-Boo's visual record and the truck's anti-theft system. And to review both of those, professional technicians are needed, so we don't have an immediate conclusion.
Will that take long?
I'm afraid so. It'll take about 2 or 3 days. Both the driver and Give Change will have their daily routine disrupted somewhat during this time. After we explained the situation, the driver said his main concern is the whereabouts of the cargo. As long as he can deliver the shipment on time today, he's willing to reconcile. So, Tin Master and some other residents of 6th Street went to look for the ducks.
In that case, Belle, let's hurry up and go help too.
We'll accompany you as well.
Oh, I thought you were going back to the precinct.
The driver may have proposed a solution, but there's a likelihood of further conflict until all the ducks are recovered, so we can't just walk away. Junior officers would usually be responsible for these types of cases, but handing the task over would take time, and we don't want residents to think public security is evading our responsibility to the public. And there's something suspicious about this incident, so Qing Yi and I decided to look for other clues while searching for the ducks.
Thank you both. Then let's get going. We're pretty good at finding things, right, Belle? The lights are on. Did you forget to turn them off after you drove the car last time?
Strange. I definitely turned them off. And it was dark when I came back. I'd have noticed if I left the lights on.
Huh? What's going on? I can't turn them off.
Is something wrong with the switch?
I don't know, but nothing happens when I press it. The battery's gonna die at this rate. I'd better manually disconnect them for now. Weird. And we had the car serviced not that long ago. How could it go wrong so soon?
Wait, Wise? Is it just me, or does what you just said sound familiar?
What's wrong, Qing Yi? Something on your mind?
All the incidents we've encountered today are somehow related to vehicles.
Now that you mention it, you're right. The van in the convenience store wouldn't start. The car that just pulled out of the remodeling shop broke down, and now Wise and Belle's car lights won't turn off. If we count the missing ducks from Pegasus Logistics, that's already 4 vehicles involved.
If we count the car accident the other afternoon, that's 5.
That was my fault, actually. My cell phone was malfunctioning, and it distracted me.
Either way, just don't stare at your phone while walking anymore.
Belle's cell phone malfunctioned before the car accident at Lumina Square? What kind of malfunction?
What kind of malfunction? Well, my cell phone suddenly lost signal, and a bunch of colorful stripes appeared on the screen, but it went back to normal soon after.
I knew it.
Remember, Qingyi? The driver said he was on the phone at the time of the car accident. If I'm right, something else must have been going on back then.
Right. That's probably why Give Change said it felt dizzy too.
What are you and Qingyi talking about?
I think we finally figured out what's really behind all the recent incidents. For now, let's get the ducks back and see if we can confirm a few things along the way. Meet us near the truck later, and I'll explain everything.
Juyuan and Qingyi told us to wait for them here. Did they come by?
Oh, yeah. Here's all that happened. They just came and measured the Bangbu's electrical current data logs, asked a weird question, then left in a hurry.
Could you tell us what they asked?
They asked me if my cell phone had malfunctioned in any way, since I'd been on the phone during the incident. My phone actually did turn itself off out of nowhere, but how did they know that?
What? Your cell phone malfunctioned too? Something just occurred to me, Belle. Everything that's happened these past few days, could it all be caused by EMP?
You're quite right, Wise.
Juyuan, Qingyi, you're back.
Have you ever heard of an EMP emitter, sir?
I can't say I have. What's that?
When activated, it causes a sudden change of current in nearby electronic equipment, resulting in component failures or, at worst, completely burning out the equipment. Using EMP, someone could open the electronic lock on your van without even touching it, easily. At the moment your door was opened, not only did your phone malfunction, but Give Change experienced a sudden surge of current, all indicative of an EMP attack.
So you mean this Bangbu is a victim just like me? And someone else is at fault?
Yes, we believe that to be the case.
I shouldn't have been so hot-headed. What I said before... Give Change, I'm sorry I misjudged you. You have my sincerest apology. So, who is the culprit, officers? Have you caught them?
Don't worry. Our colleagues are checking the surveillance records. We should be able to identify the culprit real soon. They launched multiple EMP attacks today, so if we check all the passers-by near the crime scenes, we can narrow down our search.
Officer Juyuan, we've investigated the surveillance records and have a suspect. We're currently tracking him near the street exit. Should we detain him for questioning?
Immediately. Well done.
Understood. Ah! Officer, the suspect has fled. He's heading toward your location.
Qingyi, come on, we'll stop him.
Okay.
Stop there!
Hey, what are you doing?
Stop or I'll shoot! This is Juyuan. The suspect has fled into the hollow. We're pursuing him inside.
Copy that.
I'd have thrown it harder if I'd known he was so tough.
How are things going?
The culprit ran into the hollow and we're going after him. You two can head back now.
Let's follow them and see what happens, Wise.
Juyuan and Qingyi have gone into the hollow. While I'm sure they can handle the situation, let's head in too. I wouldn't mind teaching that guy a lesson myself.
Whoa, you're pretty angry.
You almost got into an accident because of him. I won't let him get away with it. Besides, he's caused so much trouble on 6th Street. He needs to be held accountable for what he's done.
So whenever you're ready, let's go. Just remember to keep your distance from the officers while we're in the Hollow. They are on the job after all.
The heat signature is moving west. The precinct's carrot won't last forever. If we act fast, we can catch the suspect before he gets away.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Master, order received. Assisting security officers Zhu Yuan and Qing Yi in pursuing the fugitives. Multiple biosignatures detected ahead, presumably the targets requiring assistance. Please utilize your size advantage to approach quietly and provide assistance when needed.
Surrender now! Give it up!
Belle, listen. They're down there.
Stop right there!
Ugh, they just won't give up. Eat this!
Ugh, it's an EMP.
Jingy, are you... Hold on. Ethereals are coming our way.
Were they attracted by the EMP? Let's fend them off first.
Belle, let's take a closer look.
Be careful. The ethereals are up ahead.
Don't worry. I have a full set of ammo with me today.
No wonder you were a top student. You're always prepared.
Is this what you meant when you said, expect the unexpected? No restriction! Fire at will! Yeah! At your service. Yep. Locking in. Phew. Finally rid of all those ethereals.
I didn't expect the EMP emitter to affect ethereals so much. They just keep showing up. If we let him get away, he might continue causing trouble.
Yeah, and having one means he's likely connected to some sort of gang. We have to find him and get to the bottom of this. Let's check around for anything that could indicate where he's gone.
No need. He went right.
Huh? How'd you figure that out so fast?
Traces in the snow, marks in the sand. Observe the subtle to catch the culprit from afar. It's a skill passed down over generations. Want to learn how to do it?
Hold on, let me write that down. Slower this time. How did you figure it out?
Traces in the snow, marks in the sand.
Is there a less mysterious way to put it? You make it sound like just a feeling.
I guess it is based on a feeling. My right hand feels numb.
I didn't realize the EMP would affect you like that. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing serious. It's just... Can we rough him up a bit once we catch him?
Well, guess we just have to catch him fast then.
That EMP emitter is such a pain in the neck. You and EOS need to be careful. The officers are still chasing the culprit. We should get going.
Qing Yi, there's a way through here!
The bamboo can't reach the hole in the wall. There might be a way if we can fix this mechanism.
I have connected to the damaged circuit. Master, I found the cause of the damage. You can touch the circuit components and move them around to connect the circuit.
Try touching a circuit component.
The circuit has been fixed.
Great. We've caught up.
How did they catch up again? They're not getting through here.
It's closed. We'll have to try and break it open.
Look, the switch is right there. We might be able to fix it.
Qingyi, something flew by just now.
Let's connect the circuit, just like last time.
The circuit has been fixed.
The door's open! You're incredible, Qingyi!
That's strange. I barely used any force just now.
Problem solved. Let's follow them.
Don't use the EMP. It'll draw the ethereals here.
Like I care.
They're over there.
You'll never catch me. Ha! A single ethereal is no match for me. Why are there so many of them?
What a satisfying moment. That's what you call karma.
This isn't the time for reflection, Qingyi. We have to help him.
Whoa! Don't come any closer!
I can hear the suspect. Let's go!
There's no rush. Let him scream a little longer.
For me, now isn't the time to be vindictive.
It sounds like he's doing okay.
I know you're angry at him, but we still have to help him. No restrictions! Fire it well!
Don't come any closer!
All right, calm down.
There's ethereals! Ethereals! Help!
Calm down, sir. All the ethereals around here have already been eliminated. You're safe now.
Really? The ethereals are... I'm safe? You're the PubSec officers from before!
What's wrong? Didn't expect us to chase you all the way here?
No. I mean, I'm just surprised, is all. I mean, I've been causing problems for you all, and there were so many ethereals nearby, but you still took the risk of coming to rescue me.
What nonsense. Protecting citizens is our duty as officers. But as they say, what goes around comes around. If it weren't for your misuse of the EMP in town, you wouldn't have found ethereals nearby.
Damn. Wait, was that a poem?
According to new Eridu laws and regulations, my colleague and I are arresting you for illegal possession of a dangerous weapon and endangering the safety of others. What's your name?
Carlo Maroon.
Thank you for cooperating, Mr. Maroon. You have the right to remain silent. Once we're out of the Hollow, you can contact a lawyer or get assistance from the Attorneys Association. We should make our way back to the precinct, Qingyi. Why are you looking around?
I kept feeling like there was someone else here besides us. But the feeling suddenly vanished.
Like who? You think there are other ethereals nearby?
Not an ethereal. Something smaller and more agile. Could just be my imagination. I mean, I did suffer several EMP attacks today, so my senses could still be a bit overwhelmed. Let's go. After we drop off Maroon at the precinct, we should go back to 6th Street and tell everyone the good news.
I can't thank you two enough for today.
You're welcome. It's an officer's duty and privilege. Public security will contact you for any compensation-related matters, should they arise.
You're back already. Looks like you've caught the culprit.
Yeah, we just brought him to the precinct and finished our preliminary interrogation.
What was his motive for doing all of this?
Well, it's all a bit silly, honestly. He claims his initial intention was to use the EMP emitter to steal vehicles, but a lack of expertise led to various unintended outcomes.
Isn't it strictly forbidden to possess an EMP emitter in the city? How did he manage to get a hold of such a device?
The culprit is a member of a Hollow Raider gang. According to him, they illegally manufactured several EMP emitters to bypass vehicle security systems.
Seems like there's more going on than we first thought.
We think so too. That's why we'll interrogate him again to uncover what the Hollow Raiders are up to. But I can't disclose more details about the investigation. I hope you understand.
Well, that's about it. We'll be heading back to the precinct now for the second interrogation.
Hold on for a moment, officers.
Oh, General Chop, was there something you'd like to ask about the case?
No, you've explained everything clearly. Actually, a few neighbors and I have something we'd like to say.
Your help today is greatly appreciated. Not only did you clear Give Change of any suspicion, but you also prevented the culprit from causing more harm in the future. And I'd like to apologize for my rudeness earlier. After speaking with my neighbors, we've decided to attend the safety lecture on Saturday. Here are the questionnaires we filled out.
Really?
Well, it's aimed at enhancing resident safety awareness after all, so it wouldn't hurt to attend. We heard you were ordered to come here and prepare for the event by Bringer. We can't let outstanding officers like you fail your mission just because we're unhappy with him, can we?
Oh, you're too kind. Protecting the safety of the citizens is our duty, but your willingness to attend the lecture helps us a lot too.
Can I also have a questionnaire, officers? I want to attend the lecture too.
Great. In the end, things turned out well for everyone.
I guess that's what you call a win-win situation.
Officers, it's good to see you again.
You too, managers.
Looks like a good attendance. The place is really hopping.
Thanks to everyone on 6th Street. They not only signed up for the seminar, they also helped spread the word to other districts.
I heard you'll be on stage with the inspector to answer questions from citizens, Zhu-Yuan. Belle has been itching to ask you some.
Come on. Go easy on me.
You don't know, do you? Zhu-Yuan gets super nervous in situations like this. She drank 3 pots of tea just to avoid nervously coughing up there.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have something to report. We've analyzed and located the exact coordinates of the places Maroon previously identified inside the Hollow. Please take a look at this.
Thanks.
I was also just informed that Inspector Bringer is on his way, and the media is waiting to get some pictures.
Looks like we should go meet him. We'll investigate these locations in a couple of days. Wait, there's something funny about these coordinates.
Something funny? What are you seeing?
Is something wrong?
Sorry, you two, but something is weird about this report. I need to talk to Zhu-Yuan for a moment, if you'll excuse us.
Maroon. He's the guy who was using the EMP emitter, right? I've got a bad feeling about this. Let's try to get close enough to hear what they're saying.
Those coordinates are the spots Maroon's gang scouted some time ago, right? What do you think is off about them?
You remember the monster they found in that square a while back?
Of course, the remains are scheduled to be recovered this afternoon. But wait, what about it? You think these two cases are connected?
Perhaps. I just realized every location Maroon pointed out lies on the route the evidence carrier is taking.
What?
The EMP emitter Maroon used had been modified to bypass vehicle security systems. When used correctly, it can unlock car doors without damaging the electronics. Maroon said his crew procured specialized containers for preserving etheric material. We assumed they were targeting vehicles transporting valuable ether resources for large companies. But here's the thing. Public Security's evidence carrier is the same kind of vehicle.
Meaning, the evidence carrier could be in danger. Where is it now?
Let me see. Right here. There's a slight delay in the surveillance signal, but the carrier seems headed towards its destination right now. But according to the record, it stopped for about 10 minutes somewhere in the hollow, just 15 minutes ago.
10 minutes might not seem like much, but if someone's lying in wait with an EMP emitter, it'd be enough for them to snatch the evidence. We need to report this right now. I'll call it in.
Wait a second. The carrier might have paused in the hollow due to changes in hollow structure or some other reason. We don't have solid proof yet of an attack on the carrier. Even if we report our suspicions, they won't immediately send someone. They'd follow protocol and do a remote analysis first.
You're right. And if they do that, it could already be too late.
Not only that, I'm worried about something else. The evidence recovery schedule was only decided recently, and the route inside the hollow is top secret. But according to Maroon, his gang had been scouting those locations for a while now.
Meaning, there might be a mole in public security.
Exactly. If we report our suspicions now, we might tip them off. I'd rather head into the hollow myself.
That's a huge risk. You know that's against policy. They could take action against us.
It's urgent. We don't have time to argue. We spent a long time preparing for today's seminar. With the media gathered like this, it's a rare opportunity for you to showcase your knowledge in front of the inspector. You should stay here. We're partners. You can trust me to bring back the evidence safe and sound. You have my word.
Inspector Bringer's car has arrived.
The inspector is already here. We don't have time to hesitate. I need to get going. I'll leave the seminar to you.
Worshipping an undeserving deity is sycophancy. Failure to act when action is needed shows a lack of courage.
Huh?
You said it yourself. An officer needs to be sure they're doing the right thing. I became an officer because of Inspector Bringer, but not for praise or his approval. I want to do for others what he did for me back then. I want to be someone who protects people.
So, you're going to...
I'm going with you. That monster in the hollow is anything but ordinary. We have to protect the evidence. Besides, if the inspector really is the same as he was back then, I'm sure he'll support our choice.
We can't just sit back and do nothing while the remains are in danger.
Just like last time, we should try and help them any way we can.
Judging by our predictions, they probably have the evidence by now. Any ideas on how we're gonna get it back?
Here's what I'm thinking. To avoid raising suspicion, the suspects probably didn't damage the carrier's electronic systems. If that is indeed the case, we can check its driving record to pinpoint where exactly it stopped within the hollow. They're bound to have left some traces behind. The remains are bulky, so they can't move very quickly. Therefore, we can figure out where they went.
Makes sense. Let's find the evidence carrier and see if our suspicions are right. I've picked up the carrier's signal. Let's go.
Chu Yuan and Qing Yi are heading out to locate the evidence carrier.
Barry, do you know where the carrier is?
Affirmative. Attempting to locate the evidence carrier.
We need to help them reach the evidence carrier quickly. I'm counting on you to find a route.
The evidence carrier signal is coming from over there.
Ugh, the mobile device here seems unusable.
Let me try adjusting the direction. Ugh, it's too heavy.
Belle, something is blocking their way.
Master, the firing direction of the ejector nearby can be adjusted.
Alright. Let's help them find a shortcut. These switches can be used repeatedly. Think carefully about the direction.
Huh? Did the device just move by itself?
The device works now.
Let's move. Something doesn't feel right.
Let's follow them.
Master, high ether activity has been detected along the path to the evidence carrier's location.
Carrier is nearby.
Jingyi, we should head over there now. Yes, finally! The carrier! Let's check on its condition.
It looks fine on the outside. No signs of damage or being tampered with. Let's check inside.
We're doing this to protect the evidence, but messing with the carrier without permission will definitely require writing up a report. And probably a pay cut, too. Well, let's forget all that for now. Jingyi, help me unlock it. Huh? The evidence crate is still here. And the seal is untouched.
Comparing the seal with the one in the photo, the angle is off by approximately 3 degrees, and the etheric matter feels totally different from what I sensed at the square.
So, they really did get a hold of the evidence. They were gonna trick Hand by not leaving any trace. They went through all this trouble to make it seem like it was still there.
That monster must be hiding some serious secrets. Chuyuban, watch out!
They got in cover. Idiots. They're from the Criminal Investigation Department. They aren't gonna go down easy. We've been here for hours. You couldn't keep your cool for a little longer? Hey, relax. Our intel says it's just the two of them. They might have survived our ambush, but we can take them. Hurry up and deal with them. Officers go missing in the hollows every day.
Hold on. Do you know the consequences of assaulting officers?
Save your breath. We're dealing with a group of desperados. They never planned on leaving us alive.
Move it! Taking the shot. Don't even try it. You're surrounded!
These guys are tougher than I expected. And it sounds like they knew we were coming and set up an ambush near the carrier.
What the heck is going... How could they have known we were going after the evidence?
Hey! Have you got rid of those 2 officers? There they are!
They're coming after us. Run!
Warning. Multiple hostiles approaching the officer's location at high speed. The officers should change direction immediately to avoid direct confrontation with multiple armed individuals.
You hear that? There are multiple enemies in their current path heading toward them.
Barry, is there a way to divert the approaching enemies?
Master, I regret to inform you there are no electronic devices or controllable machines in the area.
It's too late. Look at the map. They're trapped. It's a dead end.
Qingyi! There's an ambush here, too!
Get them!
Coming through.
They're closing in on us!
Be careful. Surrounded. Stay calm.
They sure have some firepower. How many members did they deploy to deal with us? Won't be easy to get them off our tail. Let's face them head on. We'll run out of ammo if this continues.
Around and stop!
Thanks for your business. Take this.
This isn't good. Zhu and Qingyi are stuck in a building and surrounded by enemies.
We have to get them out. Do something, Barry.
Master, I've detected several unstable spatial fissures near the officer's location. Such spatial rifts are challenging to label in standard carat data, but if utilized, they could help the target evacuate from their current location.
Fairy may be able to locate the spatial rifts, but how do we tell Zhu and Qingyi where to go?
I can safely tap into the officer's intercom within the hollow, Second Assistant.
But if we connect to their intercom, won't we be exposed?
If it doesn't expose our identity, I think it's worth the risk to save lives.
Question. Is the current objective to assist the two officers in leaving the current area, or rescue the two officers who are trapped?
Aren't those the same thing?
Negative. Remote communication has an 87.1% chance of successfully guiding the officers out of their current area. But due to the significant disparity in forces and the limitations of long-range communication, I cannot swiftly assess the target's surrounding environment. The risk of failure will rapidly mount.
So you're saying, to keep them safe, Bell has to personally guide them as a proxy?
Affirmative. However, appearing in front of public security may bring major risks.
This is so irritating. If they weren't public security officers, we wouldn't even hesitate.
We shouldn't hesitate, Wise. Juyuan and Qingyi are good people. Despite the risks, I'd regret it for the rest of my life if I chose to stand idly by now.
Bell.
And, on the bright side, if we work together, we might be able to recover the stolen remains.
Affirmative. Master's assumption is reasonable.
Well then, let's go save them.
This isn't good. They've totally surrounded us. Unless we can somehow distract them, we're stuck here. If we can't think of a way out, I'll go distract them so you have a chance to get away.
What? What are you talking about?
It was me who insisted we investigate inside the hollow. You wouldn't even be in danger right now if it weren't for me. Besides, I'm not human. I'll be fine even if my body gets destroyed. But you don't have that luxury.
Hold up. I'm your captain, right? If someone has to take responsibility for this mess, it should be me. Besides, your physical abilities are much better than mine. If one of us has to make a run for it, you'd have a much better chance at surviving.
Now's not the time to argue. Exactly. Now's not the time to argue. Who's there?
Wait, it's coming from the intercom. Someone hacked into our encrypted frequency. But how?
Instead of arguing about who should be the bait, how about I offer a solution that works for you both? Who are you? Why should we trust you? I can't convince you to trust me. I'm a proxy, not exactly someone who should normally be talking with you. But while I may be a proxy, I have a conscience. I can't turn a blind eye while you're in danger.
A proxy?
All right. So, what's the plan?
I'll create an opportunity for you. Now, follow my instructions.
But what about the enemy?
Leave that to me. Now, go!
They're getting away!
What now?
Straight ahead. Jump into the fissure.
The fissure?
What? The spatial fissure! After them! There they are!
They're chasing us! There's another fissure straight ahead.
They're closing in. They'll catch us at this rate.
I have a plan. It might be risky, but I'm sure you can do it.
Huh? Get that! Hurry up!
We're saved.
Well, hero, now that you've saved us, do you plan on making an appearance?
All right. We can finally talk.
You're a Bangbu from Belobog. Wait, no. There's no way an ordinary Bangbu would be as capable as you, let alone hack into our intercom. So, who are you exactly?
Qingyi, have you heard the rumors about a legendary proxy who doesn't enter the hollows themselves, but manages real-time communication from the outside?
Phaethon.
That's me. I'm Phaethon.
So you were already watching us when we received the report from Belobog.
Yeah, I was helping Belobog Industries retrieve something lost, but I ended up running into that monster deep in the hollow. As you've already guessed, I think there's something unusual about that monster too. There's some kind of conspiracy behind it, and it's connected to what I've been chasing.
In other words, you're helping us so Hand gets the evidence and can uncover the truth about the monster.
Exactly, and it's still not too late to get the evidence back.
According to page 173 of the Public Security Officer's Manual, in urgent situations, officers have the right to recruit assistants without verifying their identities.
So you're suggesting...
We share a common goal. Let's work together and get that evidence back.
Deal. Now's not the time for more questions. We accept your assistance, Phaethon. But as you've seen, the enemy is well prepared and has the advantage in numbers.
Don't worry, leave it to me. Since we lack the manpower, we'll use the hollow against them. That's my specialty.
We've arrived at the evidence carrier area. Master, I have found a discarded toolbox up ahead. It could contain relevant clues to the case. Your attention is needed.
It's time to put my expertise as a public security officer to good use. Connect the dots in the mind space and solve the case. Use this to access my mind space and share information.
The display device has been used to show the mind space.
Collected clues will be stored in the memory zone. Once the adjacent clues are found, the question will become apparent. We don't have enough clues right now. Let's go back and look for more.
A question has arisen from the 2 collected clues. Master, do you want to solve it?
Indeed. Judging from the marks left behind, the forklift was likely the culprit's means of transportation to the scene.
After all the questions are answered, the truth will reveal itself.
Affirmative. It is highly likely that the culprits left on foot.
Right. Considering all the clues, this conclusion makes sense.
The key question has emerged.
You're right. Not only are the culprits carrying the evidence, but they also don't have a carrot. Hiding nearby while they wait for their accomplices would be the wisest choice.
Master, all the clues have been gathered. The case replay is now available.
Oh, we're here. Hurry up! The evidence carrier will be here soon. Stay close to me, Big Head. We'll bolt after taking the evidence. The evidence carrier's here. Stop right here! No! Big Head was affected by the EMP!
Master, you might come across important scenes during the case replay that might help our investigation. Please pay close attention.
Even the forklift isn't working now! The EMP is that powerful? The Bangbu's done for, and the forklift is kaput! Now what? Don't panic. Let's grab the evidence first. We'll just have someone pick us up later. We've got what we needed. Let's go this way.
Master, the culprits are whispering to each other in front of the door.
Look, we can set a password for this door and lock it. Then we don't have to worry about anyone following us. That's brilliant. Let's use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a dumb password. Let me set it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Master, I've found a hidden exit here.
Look! There's a spatial fissure over there! But how are we supposed to get through this area?
Master, I found a surveillance camera corrupted by the Hollow. Some of the data inside is still intact.
Whoa! I got teleported back just like that! I know the way through here. Follow me.
The culprit's route has been recorded. Once you return to reality, I'll guide you in real time. I've highlighted the culprit's route for you.
You're a godsend, Fairy. Now, let's follow that route.
There's a group of abandoned buildings ahead.
Master, I found a surveillance camera corrupted by the Hollow.
Hey, what did you say? The PubSec officers are gone? Understood. Let's hide somewhere. There's a crack in this wall. We can get through here. Let's wait here for the others to pick us up. Who's there?
Public security, put your hands up!
Business.
Alrighty! Standing by. Look, they're carrying an etheric matter container. Do you think this is really the stolen evidence?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Even with it sealed, its aura gives me the creeps.
Yes! Fantastic! We finally got the evidence back.
The assailants that blocked our path earlier likely haven't figured out we've outmaneuvered them and retaken the evidence. At this point, all we need to do is get out of the Hollow and we're safe.
There's an exit nearby. I'll take you there.
The exit is just up ahead.
If you two aren't in a hurry to arrest me today, I'll be on my way.
Don't worry, I don't want to burn any bridges. It's bad karma. Besides, I've always thought indiscriminately arresting proxies isn't very fair. Circumstances aren't always the same for everyone.
Qingyi, we're officers. Should you really be saying that? Anyway, thanks for your help, Phaethon.
I should be thanking you too, for uncovering the threat to the evidence vehicle and fearlessly going into the Hollow to protect it. Goodbye, officers. Hopefully our next meeting won't be quite so tense.
Now that Phaethon's gone, let's hurry up and get this evidence out of here.
All right, let's go. Wait a minute. Phaethon thanked us for uncovering the thread and fearlessly going into the Hollow to protect it. Doesn't that sound suspicious to you?
Suspicious? Right. Logically speaking, while monitoring the evidence carrier, Phaethon would have realized the evidence had been switched and upon seeing us, assumed we were there to investigate. But it sounded like Phaethon knew what happened outside the Hollow too.
How unexpected. It seems Phaethon attended the seminar today.
There you are. Are you free today? Want to come with me to the public security precinct at Lumina Square?
Huh? Public security again?
Well, I heard Zhu Yuan and Qingyi will be heading back to their own branch today. It's probably best not to run into them inside the Hollows. But outside the Hollows, it might be quite a while before we see them again.
You're right. We should at least get their contact information.
I was thinking, how about we give them a gift too? Like a collector's edition of that popular PubSec movie, Mission Unthinkable.
Ooh, that's
the one where the main character goes against his superior and chooses to protect the citizens, right? Good choice.
They're going to be leaving soon. Let's get going.
Oh, we've got everything packed. Let's get it in the car.
We almost missed you.
Hey there, managers. What brings you here?
We heard you're heading back to your own branch, so we wanted to say goodbye.
We haven't known each other for long, but we've had quite a memorable time together.
But GUN, it was supposed to be you going on stage for the interview during the seminar. Why did that older gentleman in the glasses end up going on instead? I was looking forward to asking you questions.
I'm sorry, but we got assigned to a tricky case that day. I can't disclose the details, but it went well. Largely due to the clues you provided about the 6th Street EMP case.
You don't say. That's awesome.
Oh, right. We got you a gift. It's a movie about a public security officer.
We appreciate it, but it's against regulations for officers to accept gifts from citizens. However, could I buy the video as a customer of Random Play?
Of course. We'd be delighted.
Well, they're getting ready to leave. Why don't we take a look around? Maybe find somewhere to finally enjoy that meal we had talked about?
I never expected our time at the Lumina branch to be so eventful.
Things turned out okay. The seminar settled, case cracked, evidence secure. It's just a shame. The reports we have to write are gonna be lame.
Is that supposed to be a poem? Excuse me, someone's calling me. Hey, you've got time to chat during the day? Well, this is a rarity.
Hello. I'm looking over our graduation album.
You're flipping through our graduation album? Now? This isn't another one of your weird exercises, is it?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember all of the names of our old classmates by looking at these photos. By the way, do you still remember the graduation message you wrote for me? May you become the pursuant of true justice, the sharp blade of the law slicing through the wickedness of the night sky.
Oh, all right. Yet there's no need to shout. Someone might hear you.
My apologies. It's just, this message really means a lot to me. How does the true justice mentioned in your message differ from regular justice? Is it comparable to the difference between an actual melon and a melon-flavored lollipop? Many people say they taste pretty much the same. But even though the melons I buy are hardly ever sweet, I still prefer the taste of real melons. Just like your pursuit of true justice. A real melon will always be a real melon. That can never be imitated.
Are those words of encouragement? Well, thanks. Wait, how does a member of HAND like you know that I've been reprimanded by the precinct?
Because the case of the unidentified monster discovered by Balabog Industries has been transferred to Section 6. My intelligence officer pointed out that we might need you to come in and provide some more detailed intel.
So, that thing's in your custody? Are you telling me there's something wrong with the evidence?
That's the reason why I'm calling you. We found pieces of what resembles a mask within the monster's remains, and we managed to extract human DNA from it.
Does this mean you figured out the origin of the monster?
Unfortunately, no. Apart from determining the deceased as a male from the DNA, we compared it with DNA records of missing persons and criminals throughout the city, but found no matches. He may have been someone from outside the city with no known identity. But what do you think?
Since Maroon risked going into the Hollow to get it, there must be some secret on the deceased's body. I wouldn't think he's a nobody.
I agree. But as of now, we're still missing the key to this puzzle.
Thanks for the intel, Miyabi. Let's catch up in a few days.
Mm-hmm. See you.
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Judging from the conversation, I'm guessing there's some progress with the evidence over at HAND?
Seems so. They've made an important discovery. but that's only created more questions. Jump in, Qingyi. Let's talk more on the way.
All right, let's go.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Perlman.
Attorneys, always running so slowly. You're the ones who suggested we meet. Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting? Huh? Wait, it's you! Sarah! You've got some nerve to show your face after the trouble you caused!
Come now, Mr. Perlman. It was your idea to deal with the residents in the blast zone. Not to mention the fact that your technical advisor and personal secretary, Sarah, never existed in the first place. Well then, there's no need to grit your teeth. I'm actually here to discuss business with you. Please confess to all your crimes in court, and we'll make sure you get the best treatment in prison.
Huh. You and that bastard behind you are the ones who convinced me to carry out the blast in the first place. And now you want me to take all the blame. That's quite the scheme. I hear recently Belobog Industries stumbled upon a monster in that plaza inside the Hollow, and the evidence collected from the creature's remains was almost stolen. Honestly, I've been wondering. The plaza isn't along the subway route, yet your plan included research of it and explosives for it. Your real goal is to retrieve the evidence, isn't it? I wonder what would happen if I brought this up in court.
I'm sure the judge wouldn't entertain such baseless fantasies, Mr. Perlman.
Baseless fantasies, you say? Huh. Let's get real then. What if I told you I have proof of your involvement in the Vision case, along with that of the person behind you? Definitive proof.
Hey, you heard what Perlman just said, right? I can't stand clingy men, but I must say that's quite the ace up his sleeve.
Sounds like you're enjoying this situation.
How could that be? I'm genuinely concerned about our partnership. So what's your plan now? Will you agree to his terms?